Welcome to episode 3. Who is really in control? You or your phone? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Ignite Teaching. I am your host, Anderson Manuel. Whether you're listening on your way to work, driving home from school, or simply taking a quiet moment for yourself, I'm so glad you're here because today's question is simple, but not easy. Who is really in control, your phone or you? Let that sit for a moment. Not your child's phone, not your student's device, yours. And be honest with yourself. How many times a day do you reach for your phone without thinking? How many times do you unlock it? Then pause and ask yourself, why did I pick this up again? If you anything like me, it happens more than we'd like to admit. And here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not an accident. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I decided to do a simple experiment in my classroom. Nothing fancy, no new curriculum, no big announcement, just observation. I started paying attention to how often I reach for my phone during the school day. Not during instruction, but during small moments. Waiting for students to line up, grading papers, walking across the hallway, even in between conversations. At first, I didn't think much of it, but then I noticed something unsettling. Every time I picked up my phone, even for just a second, my attention fractured. My presence changed. And if I felt it as an adult with nearly 3 decades of experience in a classroom, what was happening to children? That question stayed with me. Here is something we need to understand. Our phones are not neutral tools. They are designed to capture attention, to keep it and to bring it back, not occasionally, but repeatedly. And that doesn't make them evil, it makes them powerful. But power without awareness is where we get into trouble. I remember one moment very clearly. A student came up to me during independent work time. He stood there very quietly, waiting. I looked up from my desk and realized I hadn't actually seen him approach. I had been looking at my phone. It wasn't long, maybe 20 seconds, but something about his face struck with me. Not frustration, not anger, just a quiet waiting, like he had to compete with something in my hand. That moment changed the way I think about presence. Because children don't just notice when we talk to them, they notice when we don't. Now let's talk about what's happening in homes. Parents, I want to say this gently, not as criticism, but as reflection. Many of us are exhausted. We work hard. We're constantly connected. We're managing responsibilities most people don't see. So when we finally sit down, our phones feel like relief, a break, a reward, but slowly that quiet check turns into minutes, then hours, and sometimes we're physically in the same room as our children, but mentally we are somewhere entirely. And children feel that distance, even when we don't say a word. So what do we do about it? Not guilt, not shame, not perfection, awareness. Because awareness is where change begins. Here are 3 simple practices for classroom. First, create phone-free present moments. Even 10-15 minutes where you intentionally remove digital distraction helps reset attention. Second, narrate your focus. Let students hear you say things like, I'm putting my phone away so I can focus on you. That models what attention looks like. Third, protect eye contact. When a child speaks, pause everything else, even briefly, and look at them fully. That moment builds connection more than any reward system ever will. And parents, here's your challenge. Create one phone boundary each day. Dinner, bedtime, morning routine. Pick one. Replace just a second with intention. Before you pick up your phone, ask, what am I about to do? Third, be imperfect but consistent. You don't need to get it right all the time. You just need to notice more often. A deeper truth. I want to say something important here. This is not about demonizing technology. It's about reclaiming attention, because attention is life. Where your attention goes, your relationship grows, your learning grows, your connection grows. And when attention is divided, everything becomes thinner, less meaningful, less felt. Here's your challenge this week. Choose one daily moment, just one, where your phone is not present, not nearby, not face down, not silent but visible, away. And during that moment, be fully with the people in front of you. Notice what changes. Before we go, here's today's spark. You don't need more time. You need more presence in the time you already have. Let that guide your week. Thank you for joining me today. And if this episode spoke to you, share it with a teacher, a parent, or someone who cares about helping children thrive in a distracted world. Because awareness spreads, and so does change. Until next time, keep igniting curiosity, keep protecting your attention, and remember, the moments you are fully present are the moments that matters most. This is Anderson. I'll see you next week.